Hey YouTube, what's up? This is MultiJack971 here, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I will be reviewing WrestleMania 17, but before I do that, I'm just going to show you some new DVDs I got over the past month. Alright, of course, I got all these for Christmas. First one is Monday Night Raw Homecoming. A lot of people said this was a very rare DVD, one of the rarest WWE have ever done, so I thought I'd get it. And I'll tell you what, this is a good DVD. It's special free additional Raw when they went back on USA Network. It has a 30-minute Iron Man match between Schumacher and Kurt Angle, a Money in the Bank Loser Leaves Raw match between Matt Hardy and Edge, and some other matches. This DVD does feature legends on the cover: Hulk Hogan, Foley, Austin, McMahon, Triple H, and yes, pretty good DVD. I recommend you get it. The ladder match DVD, big time DVD right here, featuring the best ladder matches ever, just some of the most well-known ones. Very good DVD right here, guys. I recommend this to anybody. Got so many amazing matches here. I'll quickly open it up for you. So here it is, of course, Jeff Hardy doing a swanton bomb off a ladder. And here we are. Here's two pictures, Matt Hardy and Edge. Here's our 3 discs right here. So yeah, very good DVD, guys. Definitely want to recommend to you. It features first ever TLC match, second TLC match, the very good ladder match between Shawn Michaels and Ramon at WrestleMania. Oh no, not WrestleMania. Sorry, the SummerSlam. I think it was 1995. They didn't show the Mania one, which I think sucks, but it's a very good DVD. So yeah, good DVD I recommend to anybody, guys. Definitely want to get in the future. Definitely. Next up is Viva La Raza, The Legacy of Eddie Guerrero. Another very good DVD right here. Of course, the late great Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace to Eddie. Features some very good matches on here as well. Features first WWE title win, quite a lot of WCW matches, and very interesting and sad documentary. Of course, has the tribute video at the end, which is very sad. Shawn Michaels' Heartbreaking Triumph, one of the best DVDs. Many people said this DVD is amazing, an amazing first disc, a whole documentary on Shawn, then second and third disc has some very good matches on there as well, including, I think, Shawn Michaels' first ever match, I think it was. So yeah, definitely you should get. Okay, and now on to the DVD review. WrestleMania 17, guys. There's one DVD you have to get. It's this one. If you haven't got it, you've got to get it. We go. Oh yeah, just going to show you my two discs. One, disc 2. Sorry if it's a little bit blurry here. Okay, kicking off the show was the Intercontinental Championship match, Chris Jericho versus William Regal. Pretty good matchup to start the show off. Very two technical wrestlers in this matchup. Both men had a pretty extremely good match and back and forth action. Jericho would win the Lion Salt, but there was a counter in the match when Jericho went for the walls of Jericho, but Regal would reverse it into the Regal stretch, but Jericho gets his hands on the ropes. Quite a lot of chops in this match. Regal's chest was really red at the end of the match. So yeah, it was a good match. Good way to kick the show off. I probably won't really show the match. It's actually a bit blurry, so I'll just talk about them. Second match of the night, I believe, was the 6-man tag team match between APA and Taz, and they were taking on 3 of the members of Right to Censor. Some of the names I can't pronounce, but anyway, it was a quick 6-man tag team match. Nothing amazing, but it's pretty much like a Raw, SmackDown quality type match. Probably 2 stars. It was okay. Just maybe could have been a bit longer. Triple threat hardcore title match was next. It was Kane versus Big Show versus the hardcore champion Raven in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Probably the best Falls Count Anywhere match I've ever seen. You know, they went everywhere. They went in the crowd, and they spent most time backstage where they Kane threw Raven through glass. Big Show and Kane went crashing through a door, crashing through a wall. Then the ending came was when Big Show was about to throw Raven off the stage. Kane would deliver a big boot to Big Show, then both Big Show and Raven would go crashing down onto some equipment. Then Kane would do a massive running leg drop actually, off the stage onto both Big Show and Raven, and then he would get the cover on the Big Show and become the new hardcore champion. I'll give this 4 stars. An amazing matchup right here. Very good match. Next match of the night, I believe, was the European Championship match between Test and Eddie Guerrero. Alright match, nothing amazing, like a more SmackDown Raw quality match, probably like 2 stars and a quarter. Could have been a bit longer, a few times it was a bit like sloppy and slowish, but at times it was quite fast paced, but yeah, it was an alright match. Not amazing, but it was okay. Next up was the Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit match, which was very technical, you know, mat wrestling type match up at first. Then Kurt Angle kind of turned it into a bit of a brawl. He did a really big shot onto Benoit, and then, you know, these guys would collide, hitting their big moves. Both men, well, Benoit locked in crossface at one point. Angle would tap out, but the ref was out, so it didn't count. Angle did have the angle lock in, and I think the ref was out at the same time as well, and I think Benoit was happening. I'm not 100% too sure about that one, but I do think that happened. At the end, it would come after Angle got a quick pinfall on Benoit, but he brought the tights, and of course he won. I'll give this 3 3/4. It was a very good match. The ending did kind of suck, I must admit, but it was a very good match. Although then again, it was quite better. We didn't end by submission really, because neither man would tap, which was good. Next up was the Women's Championship match between Ivory and Chyna. This was a quick diva match. I think this was a good one though. Chyna became champion for the first time with Women's Champion. It was a big victory for her, so I'll give it an A, but it's good to see her become champion. Then it was the street fight next between Mr. McMahon and Shane McMahon. Now, this matchup was a very good one. Definitely Shane delivered a brutal beatdown to Mr. McMahon until Stephanie would pull Vince out of the way when Shane's about to do his big signature elbow onto the announce table, or Spanish announce table. Then Vince would dominate the match after when Linda came out, and there was a whole cap up between Stephanie and Trish Stratus. Then he would hit Shane with trash cans twice, placing her on a chair. Then Linda would rise up, kick Vince in the bollocks. Then Mick Foley would get in. He was a special guest referee of the match, and Vince took him out halfway during the match with a big chair shot. Well, actually, no, 2. Then Vince would deliver Then Mick would deliver a whole load of shots on Vince, and then Shane would do, I think it was the debut of the Coast to Coast. That was amazing. And then he would win. I'll give this 4 stars. A very good match. Then we had the TLC 2 matchup for the World Tag Team Championships. It was the Hardys versus ENC versus the Dudleys. TLC guys, how much more do I have to say? 5 stars. A brilliant match. Oh, definitely a match. You know, so much accurate to tables. Highlight was, of course, when Edge, that spear off a very high ladder onto Jeff Hardy, was holding onto the belts, like hanging on. It was just a holy shit moment. It was just amazing. Also highlights where Jeff did a swanton off a ladder onto, I think it was both Rhino and Spike. Of course, there were run-ins from Spike, Rhino and Lita to help their attacking partners. But in the end, it would be EMC winning the match after, I think it was Bubba Ray and Matt both went crashing through the 4 tables. Then Rhino would help both Edge and Christian win the titles. And yeah, so yeah, 5 stars, brilliant match. Next up was the Gimmick Battle Royal, featuring many superstars. I'll quickly read it out actually, I've got it. Gimmick Battle, here it is. The Bushwhackers, Duke the Dumpster Druid, Iron Sheik, Earthquake, the Goon, Doink the Clown, Kamala, Kimchi, Repo Man, Jim Cornette, Nikolai Volkov, Michael P.S. Hayes, One Man Gang, Goldbilly Gooker, Pugboat, Hillbilly Jim, Brother Love, and Sergeant Slaughter. And of course, the 2 people commentating were Gene Okerlund and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Iron Sheik would win. This was a quick battle royal. It was nothing special. It was good to see old timers get into the match. So I'll give it like 2 stars. I enjoyed it. Then we have Triple H versus The Undertaker in a fantastic match. Definitely, I would actually say quite a matchup that I think is quite unappreciated actually. You know, this matchup is very low rated. A lot of people, don't really. A lot of people don't really mention this matchup. I mean, I think this matchup is probably one of the best Undertaker's had at Mania, except counting out Shawn Michaels ones, 2 he had with Shawn. This one was better than Edge and Batista's one. I thought this one was, they went everywhere pretty much. This was just an amazing match. It all hell broke loose, but it was just an unforgettable match, great match, and of course you couldn't tell who won. Then we had the main event, was Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. This was the big main event for the show, of course, the big Look at that all. Very good match between these two guys. 5 stars. It was amazing. Brilliant. Not a very good match, sorry. Brilliant match. Phenomenal. No DQ. Match art was going on for about 25 minutes, coming up for half an hour. Then Vince came out. He turned on Rock, let Austin win, of course, but a lot of moves were hit. There were like, I think there was like 4 stunners in the match. Rock, I think, hit like 1. Austin hit like 3 or something. But Rock did do the people's elbow on the rock bottom. Also, Austin hit the rock bottom. Austin would win after delivering a whole load of chair shots onto the Rock, practically like torturing him. And he would get the cover and he would win. Of course, this was when Austin pretty much turned his back on the WWE. He joined forces with Mr. McMahon. 5 stars, guys. Unforgettable match. One to check out. So overall, guys, this pay-per-view gets 10 out of 10 from me. If you haven't got this DVD, you've got to get it. Amazing DVD. And also, these 4 DVDs right here I got. Definitely get these as well. Alright, guys. This is Jacko 971 here, and I am out.